Forward pocket area. Southby indicating it's out of bounds on the fall.
It isn't, though. The umpire didn't indicate that way. The goal umpire indicated out of bounds only. It will be a boundary throw-in. They tried to outfox the umpires on that occasion, but it didn't come off. Good. Well, all right, if it works, but this time it didn't. There's a throw-in taking place. It's Jones getting up in front, hooked it back to the back of the pack, taken by Bissett. He snaps over his head, but I think he's hooked it too far. Only one behind resulting.
Well, once again, it's Collingwood doing more than their share of attacking, but still kicking points. Although 3-6, 24 points to Carlton's 1-2-8 is a pretty good start.
Bad news for Collingwood, though. Dunn still limping, favouring that left knee.
Very much so, Jack, isn't he, down there? He's skipping around a bit and trying to get the circulation going again. Loose man down there is Croswell, but he's been ignored by Southby as he kicks a long, high kick, starting to drop. Carlton kicking into a slight breeze in the first turn. The man in front's Oborn. Umpire Robinson says it's his mark, and he'll take it right on the boundary line. Or Robert Dean down there, but it's Oborn who'll have the kick.
Well, he is a great kick normally. Well, if Dunn was fit, I would say a chance for a mark. We'll see what Oborn does. He's gone for the short one in toward the forward pocket. The kick didn't travel any more than about 15 to 20 metres, and there's Dool trying to pinch a few metres on Wayne Richardson, but Richardson has enough experience to realise this, and umpire Robinson, who performed very well last week, still doing a good job today. Wayne Richardson now going for this shot from a very tight angle on the boundary line, about 55 metres out. A torpedo punt kick which was wobbling in toward goals. It was not on line. The big fellas fly high. Disputed mark, call play on. It's been picked up and snapped by Dunn. It's gone right across the face of goal over the boundary line, and Carlton will turn them out with a free kick.
Well, the Carlton backmen really backing their ability there, going for the mark from behind in the goal square. Fortunately, they got out of it. The mark not allowed to hurt, and we're back with Ross Dunn in the goal square getting treatment for that injured ankle.
It's an ankle. I thought it was a knee.
Being strapped at the moment. Vin Waite. The Carlton back pocket ruckman comes in now with a long kick up towards the half-forward flank. Thompson's there behind, judging it beautifully and brings it down. Len Thompson.
Dill once again trying to pinch a couple of metres, but he's been whistled back. Oborn dropping back. That's a free kick, if ever you'll see one. That was Oborn's, would have been a mark, but he was pushed in the face by Pinnell coming through. Umpire Robinson had no hesitation but to pay the free kick to Rodney Oborn. This time I would say he would have the shot from 40 metres out. 40 to 45. The left foot will be favoured by Oborn. There's the kick going on its way now. He hasn't got it quite well, but it's on its line. No, it's... Yes, it is. It was on line. I thought that had missed, but Oborn has brought his first goal to the Collingwood scoreboard. And Collingwood now on 4 goals, 6-30. Carlton trailing on 1 goal to 8 points. 20 minutes, or say, call it 20 and a half minutes into the first quarter.
Just having a look at the flags on the stand, you can't see them, but the breeze is certainly favouring the main scoreboard end, the one that Collingwood are kicking to, and it did drop away for some time, but it's freshened up a little bit now, so Collingwood with a slight advantage, but at this stage no more than a 2-goal breeze. Up they go, tapped down here by Jones, accepted by Keogh, sidesteps beautifully, puts the ball out, he sees Crane on half-back flank now, the ball bouncing nicely for Gary Cranes, turns around, he's got plenty of space, plenty of time, goes for the short pass up towards Armstrong, and Armstrong takes it for the free kick. Will be paid there against Lee Adamson. Adamson pulling up in actual fact, but still running into Barry Armstrong.
Armstrong half-forward flank on the members' side, kicking to the south end of the VFL Park Oval. Thompson with the opportunity here, waited for his teammate Clifton to go for it. It's been tapped out now, giving Price the opportunity. Balked out nicely, got on the left foot. Hooks back now toward the half-forward flank area. It's up towards centre wing where we see Oborn with the opportunity, being forced over the boundary line by Pinnell, where the throw-in will take place.
Collingwood sitting on a 22-point lead.
Graham Jenkins warming up for Collingwood. Dunn must be in a lot more trouble than we thought, Frank.
So Collingwood in bother. Not on the scoreboard, though. They lead by 22 points, 21 and a half minutes into the game. Up they go. The tap down comes towards Collingwood. Has been picked up and kicked here by Oborn. Deeper into the half-forward flank territory. Southby couldn't hang on to it. Comes down here, and it's Collingwood trying to get through here through Twiggy Dunn, and Twiggy Dunn gets hold of the ball. Can't get hold of him per medium of a push in the back, and it'll be Ross Dunn to take the kick. There it is. Have a look at the strapping on the boot of Ross Dunn. So that'll be the foot he'll put his weight on when he drives for a goal from about 40 metres out. No more, should make the distance. In he comes, props at a torpedo punt kick. It's on its way. It hasn't got the accuracy, though. And 1 point brings the Collingwood score along to 4-7-31. Carlton on 1-2-8 points.
Well, Ross Dunn appears a little bit freer in his action, Frank, although he is limping visibly. We'll see Croswell kicking in for Carlton now. The lead is coming out by Dixon, and Dixon taking the mark in the back pocket for Carlton. The kick by Dixon up toward Dool. Players to compete with Wayne Richardson. Oh, got the front berth and got some treatment too, as you could see. Took a nice mark there. Dool had that all sewn up, but Richardson got in front, bullocked his way backward and took the mark in front of Bruce Dool. Now from the half-forward flank on the outer side, Collingwood kicking to the Wellington Road end of VFL.
Centre half forward
in there. Centre half forward. A big Barney on. There's a lot of players throwing their weight around. There's little Georgie Bissett getting in for his sixth pinnacle. I think he's only trying to break it up. Umpires coming from near and far. Thompson in there having a few words to say to quite a few players. Naturally, they'd be Carlton players. Oborn saying someone biffed me. He didn't say who. And now we see umpire Ian Robertson having a few words to say to Philip Pinnell. The ball is still with Wayne Richardson on half-forward flank on the outer side, a long way from that scene of activity. Richardson going for the short pass into toward Oborn. Oborn taking the mark on the forward pocket area. And once again, a little bit of a thing going on out there. A 15-metre penalty against Dool.
Oh, that could be a costly 15-metre penalty, because when Oborn took the mark, he would have been 50 metres out from goal. And now, of course, he's only 35 metres on about a 45-degree angle. Favours his left foot. He comes in, stabs at the ball. So the 15-metre penalty didn't, in actual fact, help all that much. 1 point only. And Collingwood not taking advantage of their early supremacy. There it is, 4-8. 32, Carlton 1-2, 8 points. Exactly 4 goals between the teams at the 24-minute mark of the game.
There's the kick coming in once again. That's to a big pack. They fly high and over the back. A good mark has been taken by Robert Dean of Collingwood. Half-forward flank on the outer side once again, much where Richardson was earlier. There's the kick in toward the forward pocket. Dunn getting in position. Over the back came Hurd, and also Vin Waite. A boundary throw will take place in Collingwood's forward pocket, only 10 metres away from their goal. Big Bob Hurd taking up position to do the ruck work against Peter Jones.
In they come. Tap down here, tap down neatly. Taken here by Dunn. He ran into all sorts of bother. Gets a kick in, but it's ineffective. Not 10 metres. Punched away down here. Croswell with an opportunity, but it's taken by Walsh. He rode the bump. The umpire's whistle sounds. Carlton to take the free kick. So it'll be Carlton's free kick down there. Barry Armstrong in possession of the ball. He's about 30 metres out from Collingwood's goals. He comes in, goes for the short pass or the long pass out to Walsh, but it's over the line on the full. And it'll be Collingwood to take the resultant free kick.
Collingwood playing it well, and Carlton having trouble getting the ball out of this Collingwood forward line. There's the kick coming in from the half-forward flank, where the big fellas range up again. Big Bob Hurd spoiled, has pushed the turf, picked up and kicked by Pinnell. Up toward the centre of the ground, the man in front. Oh, good mark to David Mackay on that occasion. Got out of that one nicely. And now Mackay from centre-half back, looking up toward Jezelenko at centre-half forward. Players get up high to spoil, but Keogh at the back awaits the crumb. He forced it to the turf. A chance now for Clifton with the ball under him. Clifton got out nicely. A hand pass to Price. Price hand passes to Thompson. Thompson back now to Price. Price coming from centre-half back. This is beautiful football being played at VFL Park. The pass not that good. The mark not taken, but the free kick has been awarded. And the kick will be taken by Wayne Richardson. Wayne Richardson from just on half-forward flank, looking downfield toward Big Bob Hurd. The kick by Wayne Richardson from the side of the boot toward Bob Hurd. Hurd getting up, can't take the mark, it's on the turf. Picked up, and a good hand pass comes out from Walsh to Dixon.
Dixon goes for the short pass. They fly, and the mark's taken down there with Carlton moving forward. Kicked across towards the half-forward flank. Crane once again with stacks of space. Atkinson giving about 40 metres leeway as Crane puts it across towards centre half-forward. Up they go down there, and the mark being played down there as Keogh picks up, kicks high, tries to hook it over his shoulder.
That's a mark.
It's a mark or a point. It bounced off the chest, went through, and Robert Wall showing a bit of frustration early in the game. Umpire Robertson speaking to him.
Nichols having a few words to say, but umpire Ian Robertson is now conferring with the goal umpire on that one. It's one behind has been posted. Doug Gott had the opportunity to take the mark. It hit him on the chest, but when he fell backwards, and on the second grab, he tried for the mark, but it was not paid. There's a shot of Graham Jenkins going on to replace the injured Ross Dunn. A bad blow for Collingwood in this early, or not early in the first quarter. We're nearly 2 minutes into time on. Ross Dunn coming off the ground. A big blow for Collingwood, but the short passes on to Cranage, and Cranage barking for Collingwood in the back pocket area.
Mackay being called back on the mark as Paul Cranage comes in to take his kick, and Kicks it high, and a few words being spoken down there at centre-half back. The crowd are roaring, but on with the game. It's been picked up and kicked high by Gary Crane. Back to where Nichols is in front. They stretch. Tap down here. That was good play. If Walsh can get to it, the bounce is an unkind one.
Adamson
it's going to get some strength now. Adamson comes in. Walsh coming in also. Play on calls. Umpire Robinson up towards the square.
Man in front.
And the man in front, and that's a good mark in the fence down there to Dennis O'Callaghan.
Well, the Collingwood defenders would be mad, Frank, to try and put too much pressure on physically. There's a short pass to Gott accepting this one, only 25-30 metres out from the Carlton goal. Jesaulenko on the mark. Doug Gott looking for somewhere to go with the kick. Thompson isn't getting upfield to take it. He's waiting around the centre-half back position, looking at Nichols. Now it's Doug Gott coming up, kicking toward the centre of the ground. Big Graham Jenkins, who's just come on, can't get up. We had the run in, but we see Big Purse Jones take it for Carlton. Umpire Robinson whistles up. He won't be allowed to take it. The ball will have to go back, and it appears that Croswell will take the kick for Carlton right from the centre of the ground.
Brent Croswell, the Carlton centre-half back, who's now positioned out there on Graham Jenkins. Comes in, goes for the short pass. It hasn't got enough legs. Walls is in there. The bounce, not a good one for him. Pushed aside here by Adamson. Kicked off the ground by the same player into the open territory. The race is on. Centre wing on the outer side of the ground. It's been picked up neatly by Adamson. He gets rid of it. Taken by Daryl Salmon. Daryl Salmon from centre wing with a hand pass across here to Robert Dean. He's on half forward flank. Touches it once. Goes for the long kick. Kicked high up towards the forward pocket. Bissett lacking height, but spoils. Comes down here to where Byrne pushes it forward. Follows up, but is finally taken by Vin Waite. He gets back to the left foot. Kicks high back towards half back flank. They stretch down there, no mark. Max Richardson there, it's a good tackle against Hall, picked up by Walsh onto the left foot, kicked up towards centre wing. Players can't control the ball down there, although conditions good. It's Wayne Richardson, desperate football being helped along, and
ball decision.
said that the ball was under him. Well, there we are.
Craig Davis taking the kick from centre wing on the outer side, kicking up towards the centre-half forward area. They fly high, a big pack of players. Greenwich couldn't take the mark. It's been forced out. Jesaulenko on the scene for Carlton from the forward pocket. Hooks it goal on the left foot. The kick is offline, and the umpire indicates one behind.
Behind takes the Blues, scored and read 1-4, 10 points. Collingwood on 4-8, 32, so 22 points. The difference between the sides, 4.5 minutes into time on during the first term.
Doug Gott about to do the kicking in for Collingwood. He's undecided as to where to go. He's gone for the short pass to Cranage. That's accepted by Cranage. He's still in the back pocket position, but there's no one to take or give Cranage a lead. He'll have to kick to the high flyers, I would think, of the Carlton side. Crane dropping back behind Atkinson. Price can't take the mark for Collingwood. Jenkins there, but can't do much about it. Here's a chance for Armstrong, bumped aside. Good football. Coming in now, we see Richardson, but umpire Robinson will clear this with a bounce.
The bounce will take place on Carlton's half-forward flank. Dying moments of the first term. Collingwood leading by 22 points. So Carlton from their half-forward flank, struggling to get forward through Keogh. He traps it, gets it off the side of the boot, taken by Robert Walls. Here's a quick look, hooks the ball over his shoulder. The bounce, not a good one for him. Collingwood in defence through Salmon, content to force it through.
Well, that was good thinking by Salmon. Frankie would have been in trouble had he tried to clear that with a left foot kick because he was facing the boundary line. He did the best thing possible, to my mind, anyhow, carrying the ball through for one more behind to Carlton. The scoreboard showing that Carlton are trailing on 1-5-11, Collingwood on 4-8-32. This is the dying moments of the first quarter of at VFL Park of the second semi-final. Toward Thompson, the kick is travelling, but the man taking the mark, the high-flying Robert Dean of Collingwood. He's at centre-half back, looking for Graham Jenkins at centre-half forward. The kick going toward Jenkins. He's in this position to take it under the ball, well under the ball, and the mark taken to the back by Brent Croswell. Hand passes on.
And Carlton now move further forward. The ball driven high and long up towards the half-forward flank. Mackay's in front, Thompson from behind. Got his hands to it. Down goes Walls, pushed in the back, and he'll take the free kick. Robert Walls, half-forward flank, 55 metres out from goal. John Nichols screaming out, get it moving and get it going quickly, but it's Walls who goes for the short pass up towards the forward pocket, punched away from Jesaulenko. His first recover, traps the ball nearly carried over the line. He's still in business.
Good
and that's great football by Jesaulenko. Did well to keep it in play, got it clear, and got a left foot pass to Barry Armstrong.
Jesaulenko's limping.
Yes, when he went over there, Jack, you can't see him, he's not on camera, but we're watching Armstrong coming in from 35 metres out, a drop punt kick. It might swing back for him as the siren signals the end of the first term. Touched, 1 point signal, and the quarter time score here. The goal umpires wave the flags. Is Carlton on 1-6, 12 points. Collingwood 4-8, 32, so 20 points the difference at quarter time.